1 in 6 casualties worldwide are claimed by cancer. Did you know? Early prevention is absolutely vital since it usually grows gradually over the years. Our food greatly affects our cancer risk. It can either protect us or raise it. Today we will be exploring 7 veggies you might want to avoid in order to lower your risk. Let's discover which of these seemingly benign greens conceal hidden hazards and why, enabling you to make informed, health-conscious decisions. Let us begin now. First in the list, tomatoes. Finally, but most definitely not least, let's investigate the realm of tomatoes. These vivid fruits are sometimes praised for their great lycopene content, an antioxidant connected to many health advantages, including protection from cancer. Tomatoes can, however, also include rather high histamine content. Some people, especially those who are sensitive or allergic, might cause allergic reactions and inflammatory responses that could unintentionally influence cancer risk. Who would have guessed tomatoes would cause cancer? That's very startling, right? Tell us in the part dedicated for comments. How thus might histamines affect our health? Essential in human immunological reactions, histamines are organic nitrogen molecules. But histamines accumulating in the body might cause persistent inflammation. Because it fosters an environment fit for the spread of malignant cells, chronic inflammation is a well-known risk factor for the illness. High histamine levels have been linked, according to studies, to some malignancies, including colorectal and stomach cancer, which emphasizes the need for tracking histamine intake for those at risk. Try to keep your tomato intake reasonable, roughly 1 to 2 medium-sized tomatoes every day. Cooking your tomatoes could be a wonderful idea since heat helps break down histamines, thereby facilitating digestion and minimizing any side effects. Including anti-inflammatory foods like turmeric, ginger, and garlic into your meals will also help to provide further defense against inflammation. These aromatic foods not only improve the flavor of your food, but also cooperate to maintain your body in balance and wellness. Think about utilizing tomato paste or sauce if you want substitutes for fresh tomatoes. Usually speaking, these have less histamine than fresh kinds. In salads and meals, other low-histamine fruits and vegetables include bell peppers and cucumbers, which can also be rather good alternatives. Next are Brussels sprouts, a cruciferous vegetable that has become famous because it is good for you in many ways. Brussels sprouts have glucosinolates, which, like other cruciferous vegetables, can turn into possibly dangerous molecules in the body. Although these substances are sometimes praised for their ability to prevent cancer when taken in moderation, too much of them might cause thyroid malfunction and other health problems. How thus might glucosinolates affect our health? Brussels sprouts components break down into many metabolites, including nitriles and isothiocyanates. Among these metabolites, some can be helpful since they encourage detoxification and stop tumor development, shielding against cancer. They assist the body in clearing dangerous drugs and lowering inflammation, which is a major component of cancer growth. Still, we should be careful not to overindulge. Particularly the hormones generated by our thyroid, high quantities of glucosinolates can throw off our hormone balance. This imbalance can cause disorders such as hypothyroidism, marked by symptoms including weight gain, tiredness, and other metabolic abnormalities that might compromise our general health. Large amounts of cruciferous vegetables, including Brussels sprouts, have been linked in studies to a somewhat greater risk of thyroid cancer, particularly in those with an iodine shortage already. In areas where iodine intake is inadequate, this risk especially raises concerns since iodine is necessary for appropriate thyroid function. More than 100% of the daily advised intake of vitamin K, Brussels sprouts are essential for blood clotting and bone health. Limiting your consumption to roughly 1 cup per serving may help you to enjoy Brussels sprouts safely while lowering these hazards. If you eat Brussels sprouts with foods that are high in iodine, like fish, dairy, or seaweed, it will help your thyroid work better and balance out any problems that might be caused by too many glucosinolates. If you're looking for delicious substitutes for Brussels sprouts, Think about including zucchini or asparagus in your dishes. They offer comparable nutrients without the high glucosinolate levels, thereby enabling you to keep your thyroid under control and enjoy a range of tastes. Next on our list are radishes next. Many times praised for their crisp texture, peppery taste, and variety of health advantages are these vivid root vegetables. Still, there's a little care to consider. High nitrates, naturally occurring molecules found in many plants, abound in radishes. Although in moderation, nitrates can be helpful, too much of them might cause various health issues. Large quantities of radishes help our bodies to convert the nitrates they contain into nitrites. Sadly, various forms of cancer, including colorectal cancer, have been related to these nitrites. How then may nitrates result in possible health hazards? Nitrates can combine with amines, natural molecules found in many foods, in our systems to generate nitrosamines. These nitrosamines, known carcinogens, can damage our DNA and disrupt regular cellular functions. Mutations, changes in the DNA that might lead to aberrant cell behavior, may follow from this damage. These mutations can mount up over time, greatly raising the likelihood of cancer formation. Studies have shown that communities that eat plenty of radishes and other nitrate-rich plants may have more cancer, especially in areas where eating less balanced diets is common. Keeping your consumption to just a few servings a week will let you enjoy radishes while lowering the related hazards. This lets you enjoy their spicy taste without overdoing nitrates. Moreover, combining radishes with foods high in vitamin C, such as bell peppers or citrus fruits, can be wise. It is well known that vitamin C prevents nitrosamines from developing, therefore reducing the possible cancer risk connected with nitrate intake. Consider changing radishes for cucumbers or bell peppers in your salads and dishes if you're looking for substitutes with comparable tastes without the significant nitrate count. These vegetables keep your nitrate consumption under control and offer a cool crunch that fits well in many dishes. Enjoy investigating these mouth-watering possibilities. The next food on our list is cassava, a famous root vegetable that is a mainstay in many diets around the world, especially in tropical areas. Although cassava is a good source of carbs and a healthy complement to dishes, it includes cyanogenic glycosides, compounds that should not be eaten raw. These glycosides can emit cyanide, a strong poison that seriously compromises health when cassava is incorrectly cooked or consumed without enough boiling. Unbelievably, over 500 million people globally, especially in Africa and South America, eat cassava as their main sustenance. Often used to manufacture tapioca and flour, it provides a wonderful supply of carbs. Returning then to our cyanogenic molecules. When does cyanide enter our bodies? Because cyanide alters cellular respiration, the method our cells utilize to convert nutrients into energy, it is really harmful. Cyanide specifically targets a key enzyme called cytochrome C oxidase, which drives electrons into the mitochondria, the powerhouses of our cells. Interruption of this process results in cellular stress and energy depletion, which makes it difficult for our cells to operate as they should. Still, it's not stopping there. Chronic stress experienced by our cells can lead to a difficult scenario. Our body responds to damage or discomfort with inflammation, which is continuous stress can cause. This inflammation over time can harm our DNA and raise our chance of malignant cells developing. Basically, a stressful environment inside our bodies might provide malignant cells the ideal surroundings to proliferate. Therefore, it is imperative to prepare cassava and avoid eating it raw, since incorrect cooking could raise cyanide levels in the body. In some places where cassava is a staple food, like some parts of Africa and South America, there have been some alarming patterns on cancer. Research indicates that improper preparation of cassava can be connected to greater incidence of cancers, including bladder and esophageal cancer. This underlines the need to cook cassava in the correct manner in order to maintain our safety. Cassava should be completely cooked before eating if one wants to enjoy it safely. By breaking down the dangerous cyanogenic chemicals, boiling or frying cassava makes the root vegetable safe to eat. Cook it for at least 20 minutes to greatly lower cyanide levels for best effects. Cassava's nutritional profile can also be improved by combining it with other vibrant vegetables, therefore producing a more balanced meal. Sweet potatoes or other root vegetables are excellent choices if you're seeking delicious substitutes. Without the dangers related to cyanogenic glycosides, they provide comparable textures and tastes. While keeping your meals safe and tasty, these substitutes can offer amazing nutritional value. The next startling cancer-causing vegetable on our list is mushrooms, especially the common white button mushroom, a staple of many different cuisines. Although mushrooms have many health advantages, they also contain an agent called agaritine. Consuming this chemical in great amounts has led to classification as possibly carcinogenic. Agaritine is present in many different types of mushrooms and has been the focus of multiple studies pointing out possible hazards. How, then, does agaritine affect our health? Agaritine breaks down in the body into several metabolites when taken, some of which can interfere with regular cellular functions. These chemicals specifically might interfere with DNA repair systems, allowing malignant cells to survive and spread. This disturbance especially worries me, as undamaged DNA is essential for preserving normal cell functioning and stopping the unchecked development that defines cancer. Studies have found a fascinating link between excessive mushroom intake and a higher risk of several malignancies, particularly among individuals who consume great volumes. Regular eaters of agaritine-rich mushrooms, for example, may be more likely to develop cancers like colorectal and breast cancer, according to a study reported in the International Journal of Cancer. Limit your intake to roughly 1 cup per serving to safely enjoy mushrooms while lowering these dangers. Cooking mushrooms completely can also greatly lower agaritine levels, since heat helps break down this chemical and renders it less toxic. For instance, cooking or sautéing mushrooms will improve their taste and also increase their safety for eating. If you enjoy mushrooms but want to be careful, think about changing your diet to include different kinds of fungus with maybe reduced agaritine levels, including shiitake or portobello mushrooms. While maybe providing less risk, these variants can provide different tastes and textures. The next food on our list is spinach. Because of its nutrients and health benefits, spinach is considered a superfood next. Though it provides a lot of vitamins and minerals, spinach has oxalates, naturally occurring chemicals that can be dangerous in big doses. Excessive consumption of oxalates can help kidney stones, a painful disorder resulting from crystal development in the kidneys, form. High amounts of oxalates can also interfere with calcium absorption, which would cause deficits that might compromise general metabolic processes and bone condition. What then does this suggest regarding cancer risk? A diet heavy in oxalates might induce oxidative stress within the body. When free radicals and antioxidants are not in balance and cellular damage results, oxidative stress results. This damage can disrupt normal cell activity and encourage inflammation, thereby creating an environment that facilitates the growth of malignant cells. Research suggests that diets heavy in oxalates may be connected to a higher risk of several malignancies, including bladder and kidney cancers. High oxalate intake and bladder cancer incidence have been linked by researchers, which emphasizes the importance of moderation in spinach intake. Aiming for a moderate consumption of roughly 1 to 2 cups daily, individuals who enjoy spinach but wish to reduce these hazards should do so. This quantity helps you to maintain oxalate levels under control while nevertheless enjoying the nutrient-dense advantages of spinach. Cooking spinach lowers its oxalate concentration greatly, so it is a safer choice. Boiling or steaming spinach and throwing away the water will help reduce the oxalate levels, thereby enabling you to enjoy your preferred foods free from concern. Still, combining spinach with foods high in calcium will help offset oxalate effects. Eating spinach with dairy items like yogurt or cheese helps your body absorb calcium better and lessens the possible negative effects of oxalates. Look for substitutes for spinach. Other leafy greens like kale or Swiss chard also have many health advantages without the high oxalate concentration. Last on the list are potatoes, a treasured mainstay of many diets worldwide. Many people are unaware, nevertheless, that these well-known tubers may have a secret danger, a toxic active component called solanine. Naturally occurring poison solanine can form in potatoes under light, or if they start to sprout. Eating potatoes heavy in solanine can cause major medical problems. Actually, it can lead to diarrhea, vomiting, and nausea, among other digestive issues. More severe cases may potentially cause neurological problems, which would produce headaches, vertigo, and disorientation. But when we eat solanine, what precisely happens in our bodies? As a defense against pests and disease, potatoes exposed to light generate solanine. This poison regrettably can interfere with our regular cellular functions. Important for generating energy in our cells, solanine can stop several enzymes and interfere with mitochondrial operation. Compromise of these roles might cause inflammation and cellular stress. Cancerous cells can flourish in this weakened state, since they usually adapt to demanding surroundings to support their survival and multiplication. Studies show that long-term solanine exposure, particularly from eating green or sprouting potatoes, may raise a person's risk of some malignancies, including stomach and colorectal cancer. Those who regularly ate high levels of solanine showed increased signs of inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which are recognized risk factors for the development of cancer. This relationship emphasizes the need to be careful about our potato intake, especially with relation to their preparation and storage. Apart from the cancer hazards, eating potatoes high in solanine can aggravate other medical disorders. For example, long-term exposure could aggravate irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, and cause stomach problems. To reduce these risks, we must know the different potato varieties and cooking methods. Aim for roughly 1 medium potato per meal to keep safe while still enjoying potatoes, and cut back on sprouting or green potatoes. Correct storage is vital. Keep potatoes in a cold, dark environment to stop solanine generation. Should you see any green patches or sprouts, it is advisable to pull those sections away or cut off your consumption of those potatoes completely. That's it. Moreover, combining potatoes with foods high in antioxidants can help lower possible negative effects. Combining them with vibrant vegetables like bell peppers, carrots, or spinach, for example, will improve the nutritional value of your dinner and offer defense against oxidative stress. On the other hand, think about substituting other nutrient-dense foods like sweet potatoes or whole grains, which have comparable textures and tastes, and reduce your intake of dangerous chemicals. So, there you have it. We have looked at 7 plants that, although high in nutrients, we should exercise some caution in our diets. The key lesson is moderation. You should be aware of how you cook these dishes and how much you eat. Remember, it's about knowing how to eat these vegetables safely to enjoy their benefits without raising your cancer risk, not about excluding them from your meals. Try for a balanced diet comprising a range of fruits and vegetables. Every has special advantages and drawbacks. Hence, knowledge helps you to choose the best course of action for your health. You can minimize hazards by concentrating on appropriate cooking techniques, balancing your consumption with complementary foods, and keeping mindful of your body's reactions. Should you find this material useful, be sure to like, subscribe to, and distribute this video to enable others to remain current on their health. Knowledge is power. Hence, together, we can choose better lifestyles that not only help our families and communities, but also ourselves. We appreciate you seeing. Let's start this road towards greater health together.